Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Let me make sure Instagram, yes, Instagram is going. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. It's just me today. I was just, sorry, I'm a little bit behind here. I was just saying goodbye to Andrew. He was just leaving. He was going to leave earlier today, but he didn't get out the door. He had a few things to take care of and finish up some things here. So he's just starting to get out the door now. So I was just saying goodbye to him, and I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I have the air conditioner on. It was hot in this room. Suzanne is here with us. Hello, Suzanne. Nancy, I see, is here. Harry is here. Hello, Harry. Thanks for joining in. Susie is here. Suzanne says safe travels to Andrew. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, he's going to be traveling. He was planning to leave at 9 this morning. That was the original plan. So I got up early and got the oil changed in the van for him and picked up a few supplies for snacks, some gout safe snacks for him, and did that very early this morning. And because of that, I had only slept for 4 or 5 hours last night, I think. And so I laid down and took a little nap earlier today as well. And did a little bit of shipping, packing and shipping today. It's happening again. I have a few things at the post office that don't seem to be moving. I don't know what's been going on lately. So I'm going to be checking on them. And I'm also going to root around just to make sure they didn't fall behind somewhere where I am. I looked today and I didn't see them. But this happened before, and then all of a sudden they started showing up places. So normally there's no problems. Normally I can see everything as things go out. But it's been a little up and down. So that, and then I came back and did a few things here to help him get ready. Yeah, it's been a weird day. I've been trying to have a little bit of downtime today because I feel like I'm very out of it lately, especially because Andrew was planning on leaving earlier and then he was leaving later, and it kind of threw the whole thing off. Which is good, though. I got to spend a little bit more time with him before he left. And he's leaving at night, which for most people is a little bit scary to be driving at night. But for Andrew, he actually prefers to drive at night. He's better driving at night than he is during the day. There are fewer people generally out on the road, too, to deal with. So he usually makes better time. And he's a night person like me anyway. So he'll be heading off in the nighttime. He'll probably get up there around 4 a.m. or so is what the plan is, I think, right now. So hopefully that'll all be good. Let's see, Lennis is here. Hello, Lennis. We have Megan joining us. Hello, Megan. Thanks for joining in today. Suzanne says my shop app is still messed up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the world. Like, shipping stuff is, I've been having a harder time lately with things. I don't know why, but we'll see how it goes. I have some tomorrow. Hopefully I can do that before I get to the store in the morning. That's the goal, because I have to be at the store tomorrow. So I'm going to go in and check on some things and see if they can tell me anything. Last time they could not. They weren't sure what was going on either. Susan is here. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining us. Suzanne is asking if Lennis is feeling better. Yeah, hopefully, you had some work done, so hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. Oh, I did. I thought I forgot my drink. I did not. Thank goodness. I'm very thirsty today. I had some Ritz crackers, and it was terrible. I had Ritz crackers and some of that spray cheese, because sometimes you just have to do the things that are just terrible for you. But I actually like that every once in a while. I had a craving for it, so I grabbed it today. But they're so salty. Everything's salty. The cheese is salty. It's like 25% of your daily salt in like 2 tablespoons of that, and which a tablespoon is actually a lot when you measure it out, but still. And then the Ritz crackers are salty, so I'm very thirsty today. I had a Gatorade earlier, still wasn't enough. Lettuce is good. Have to remember the stitches when eating. Yeah, I remember going through stuff like that. Not fun, but usually that stuff heals, I found, pretty quickly. At least most of that. I've never had a bone graft before, so I don't know. Crackers can be soothing, well, sometimes. Yeah, it was just a quick snack. It was like cheese and crackers. Now, I had eaten other things today, so it wasn't just that. That was kind of a snack during the shipping times, just to grab something to eat. But I made some Impossible burgers again last night, along with just a mix of potatoes, and I made potatoes, red peppers, red bell peppers, celery, zucchini, red onion, and I think there was something else in there. I feel like there was something else in there that I can't remember right now. But I mixed that up and added a lot of different spices and good stuff. And so that was kind of our side dish with our potatoes, or with our burgers. And this morning, we had 3 eggs left. I forgot to buy eggs. We had 3 eggs left, so I mixed up the leftovers of that with some eggs and some cheese, and that was a perfect kind of breakfast. So we had a breakfast, and then we had cheese cracker snacks. But I have not eaten a real lunch or dinner yet. So dinner is probably going to be some kind of potato again tonight. That was really good last night. I might recreate it the best that I can. I don't have a lot of that stuff, so I might switch some stuff out. But it's going to be some kind of potato. Maybe I'll make baked potatoes. I'm kind of hungry for those. I'm in a real potato mood lately. But today was a beautiful day out. It was hot, though, a little bit. I don't know. It felt really hot. I took the cats out a little bit earlier today. I was in buildings most of the day today, but I took the cats out for a little bit, and it was actually pretty hot outside when I was out there. So, I'm okay with that. I mean, it was like, I think it hit 76 or something. It felt so hot today. But it's been feeling chillier lately, and I like that. We've been having the windows open at night, and I've actually had to shut the windows sometimes because it's actually too chilly. So it's been good. How are y'all doing out there? How's everything going? Everybody okay? We have some wonderful stuff by Harry Wood tonight to show you. I have 30 lots tonight. We're not going to take too much time chit-chatting here at the beginning. Just because I don't have a lot to say, unless y'all have a lot to say. I went to my pottery class last night, and I got a few things back. I'm going to make a post about those, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's see here. Amanda's here. Hello, Amanda. Domini Movement is here. Says sounds great. Thank you. Yeah, dinner was pretty good. Susan had dinner, was corn on the cob. I used the microwave method, and it worked quite well. Good. Yeah. Andrew made this wonderful kind of, it's cornbread, but it's kind of more of a custardy cornbread. I don't know what it is, but it's really good. And I mixed that. I had that along with the eggs and potatoes this morning. So that was really good. So we had some corn too, but in a different way. But yeah, he used up the rest of the corn that we had. I was going to buy corn today when I was at Walmart getting the oil changed, but the corn did not look great. It was kind of rough, very rough. So that was out. Suzanne says, Harry's things are fantastic. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I'm very excited to show you. This is some, I think, of the last Halloween stuff we're going to have from Harry. sent another box with some great Halloween stuff in it. So, which Halloween or anytime, it could be just fall, it could be their skeletons. Doesn't have to be Halloween, but I think you're gonna like these. Harry said it's 85 here now and humid. I had a baked potato with a steak, salad, and broccoli. I am full. That sounds like a full meal. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have baked potatoes too, but no steak. I do have a salad though. I'll probably have a salad for a snack tonight. That's usually my like midnight snack. I have these salads that we get at the grocery store. They're pre-bagged and they have dressing in them and all that. But that sounds like a great meal, Harry. That's my kind of meal way back when, because that's honestly, I get a baked potato, I get steak, I usually have a salad. Usually I had my salad after my meal, and broccoli. I love broccoli. Steamed broccoli, cooked, any kind of cooked broccoli, pretty much, love it. And that's really a kind of meal I would order when we went out a lot. Suzanne's waiting on that thing in the Gulf, sending Andrew energy to knock it away, right? Send it all away. Just push it away. Push it away from you. Doesn't need to be there by you, right? Not at all. Amanda made butter chicken with naan and rice. It was so good. That does sound good. I love me some good naan and rice, and I used to love chicken. Chicken's good. Susan says it was sunny here, high of 91, slightly humid degrees. Fall weather, where are you? We're getting pretty good fall here. I think it was a high of, I might be wrong. Oh, the high was 80, I guess, today. So we went into the 80s, but the sun just felt very hot. I don't know why, but I guess 80 is pretty hot after we've been used to like these 70-degree days. Amanda's got tracking on her package. That's good. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. So excited. That's awesome. Dominion movement's barely eating anymore. You gotta eat, right? No good not to eat. You gotta eat. Amanda says it's been hot here too. It's weird seeing leaves and pumpkins everywhere when it's this hot. Our leaves here, like over the last really like 2 days, I've noticed the leaves are starting to really change. We got a good bit of rain. Was it yesterday or the day before? Something the night before? I can't remember. But everything was like dying. Like leaves were just starting to fall off the trees. We got that rain and it like injected this boost of color in everything. I don't know what happened. I was driving to my pottery class yesterday and it was amazingly colorful along the way when I had been driving the day before, and it felt like there was no color, maybe a little bit yellow. So I don't know. We should, if we get enough rain, we should have really pretty colors this year, because they say that the tree colors, when you get the oranges and the reds, it comes from being hot in the day and then dropping low temperatures at night. And like tonight, low is 59. Today was the low, or it will be the low, and the high was 80. So that's a pretty big swing. And that's usually when it pulls whatever it does to the sugars or whatever it does for the trees. That's when it pulls those brilliant, usually reds and oranges, instead of just like the green, yellow, and brown. So if we get enough rain to keep that everything going, we should get some really vibrant colors, I'm hoping. Harry says, get a big portobello mushroom and grill that, as good as the steak. I don't know. I know. They are good. I'm not going to say they're not good. I love a portobello steak, but as good as a steak, I used to love me a steak. And I think the difference for me is that I always did steaks pretty rare. And you just can't mimic that iron, that bloody iron taste with a portobello generally. But I do love a portobello steak. I do. We just don't have very big ones. Like even in our grocery store, I guess you can buy the portobello caps, but they're usually still pretty small. They're not like big. I've seen some really big portobellos before. Charlie has joined us over on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. Melanie Monroe and Jody Hollenbeck have also been over on Instagram. I don't know if you're still over there, but thank you for joining us if you are. Let's see here. Amanda says you can make the sauce and have it with tofu instead of chicken. Yeah, the butter tofu, it's pretty good. I've had butter tofu before, and it's pretty good. Andrew says you can show my brooches. They're on the foyer table. Okay. I will run and get those here in a little bit. Definitely. Dale's watching from a busy night at work. Dale, what do you do? I don't know why I can't remember. You're always at work at night, and I don't remember what it is you do at work at night. Suzanne says, Andrew Thornton, if the cats have not found them, I know, right? The cats have been taking his needles and his. I found a strand of very, very nice tasseled rose quartz on the kitchen floor today, 2 rooms away from the living room where Andrew was working on it, and found a little trail of those very nice rose quartz drops along the way. So yeah. Let's see here. Susan says, I love portobellos and tofu too. That's right. Dale says, I triage after hours calls and process case mix work. I'm multitasking. I'm an RN. That's why I guess that's not great when you're busy. Then that means that people are having a hard time. So I'm sorry it's busy, but thank you for doing that work. It'd be a hard thing to do. Oh, he has good taste. She's the little thief. We got she thieves. Hello, Susie. Thanks for joining us today. Charlie's just popping in saying hi. Hello, Charlie. Let me go and get Andrew's brooches. I'll be right back. If anybody comes in and is like, what is going on? Where is he? Let them know. All right? I'll be right back. All right. Got them. So y'all doing good? Y'all having a good day, I hope. Good energy out there. I posted a few things on my personal timeline, some pictures of Gilbert, if you didn't see that. Gilbert doesn't always get a lot of pictures, so he's got some pictures I posted of him. I learned something about my own anxiety today. Not learning, but I realized something about that, so I was posting about that a little bit, and a lot of you have chimed in on that, so thank you so much for your support and for chiming in. And yeah, it's been an interesting day. Harry says, I cast a vampire, a coffin, a bat, 2 ghosts, and a baby and a hay bale today. I'll do more tomorrow, plus a couple skull dolls. Nice. Harry's definitely in the Halloween mood, it looks like. I'm getting there. I'm trying to get there. But like some of you said, it's still a little bit warm, right? It's still warm out, warmish. And so it's been weird thinking about fall stuff. even though in the night I'm ready for it because it gets chilly here at night. But yeah, how are y'all doing with Halloween? Getting amped up for it? Feeling amped up this year? I'm trying to be in the Halloween spirit. I'm not a Halloween person. I'm trying to get more into that. Um, I think as I get older, I realize how it can be fun again. As a kid, I felt like, we were forced to dress up for school, and that was kind of fun, I guess. But um, then, like through my teen years and so, my friends and I really didn't do that. We didn't do the Halloween thing, and there was never trick or treat. We lived so far out in the country that we had a little Halloween parade at school, like in elementary school. But once we got into middle school and high school, there was no trick or treating because we were so far removed out in the country that people just didn't really do it that much. We accidentally left our porch light on one time, and one of our neighbors actually came down and trick or treated us. And luckily, we had some candy in the house because we were not prepared for that. So after that, we remembered to turn our porch lights out during Halloween. But yeah, it's one of those things. So we kind of got out of the habit of Halloween, and just was one of those things we just didn't do. It was just not a part of our lives. So it's not that I had anything against it necessarily. It wasn't a part of something I did. So trying to get more into it as we get older and have some fun with it. So we'll see. I don't know. Susan says, I follow some Instagram accounts that do Halloween 24/7, 365. That's pretty cool, right? It's great when you can, make a living with a niche like that. Oh, I thought that was somebody yelling. The stadium is going. The announcer, I hear the announcers down there. I was like, what is that? I forgot that window was open. Amanda says, one kid knows what they want to dress up as, one hasn't decided, and the other said they'll be what they were last year. I'm encouraging getting things decided as early as possible. As a parent with kids, I can imagine why. Yes. You don't want to be last minute looking for that very particular costume, right? Whenever I dressed up, I mostly did vampires. I really liked vampires when I was young, so I dressed up as vampires quite a bit. I was a little devil when I was very young. I think that was my first Halloween dress up. My mom dressed me up as a devil, and I think my brother was a pirate, something like that. I have some pictures of that somewhere. But when I got to choose, I was mostly a vampire, mostly because I got to wear a cape, and I liked a cape. It's the truth. So yeah, that was what I did. But I can see you don't want to be looking for those things, those costumes at the last minute. Harry says, I do have Halloween up all year. That's fun. I think, I think it's good to have fun with things, as we are adults. I think it's very important to find things that bring us joy and give us something to look forward to. I think I'd be a person that might leave Christmas up most of the year if we really did decorating. We don't really decorate our house for much, so but I think Christmas would be for me. I could see myself leaving up a few decorations here and there. As a kid, I used to like when we'd leave the tree up longer or leave Christmas lights up. Sometimes I decorate my own bedroom and leave the Christmas lights up all year. Amy says, I had my light off, curtains closed, and still someone came to the door. I know, right? You never know. We usually do the porch party here. We found out that in Johnstown, we checked with our neighbors, and in Johnstown, they do not do trick-or-treating in our neighborhood. I guess because it's a bigger city and, they're very careful with things. So they do a trunk or treat, I guess, what do they call it? Trunk or treat, or it's like a tailgate party pretty much. So I guess people gather somewhere in town and they do that, which kind of, I know it's for safety and I know it's, things we have to do these days, but it's kind of sad because our neighborhood is so cute. And I'd love to see the kids trick-or-treating through the neighborhood. But so it doesn't look like we'll be doing trick-or-treat at the store. So maybe I will come home and have the porch party. We'll see if we can save up enough to buy the candy. It's so expensive. We go through so much candy. Um, but if we're not doing it two places this year, it might be a little bit better. Susie says, most holidays have lost their magic for me as an adult. I think that happens to a lot of people, especially, as we lose loved ones too, and the holidays just don't seem the same. But I'm trying not to get that way myself. I'm trying, you know, it happens, and sometimes the holidays, when you have a small business, the holidays feel like they're a sometimes they're very good, but sometimes they feel like just a blip in between, the last chance to save your year. So it does make it hard, but I'm trying not to. Some people in my family got very discouraged with Christmas. They don't like Christmas very much because it turned very commercial, and growing up, I would hear about, how people don't like Christmas, but for me, it's like a magical holiday, and it always was. And as we've lost a lot of people in my family who made it magical, um, it is harder. But I look at it and hopefully my family will get together again and do something, because we have younger generations coming up, and you want the same kind of magic for them, um, even if it's not about the adults. And I think, like, holidays for adults, we've made holidays more for kids, I think, than anything, with toys and candy and presents, and whatever holiday it is, whether it's Easter or Christmas or whatever it is. A lot of times it comes with things that are mainly meant for kids, and so we got to supply that magic, and try and keep a little bit of it for ourselves, I think. um, I think the holidays were magic for me as a kid because of the adults who made it that way. And so it's like passing the torch on, where it's kind of our job now to make it magic for the little ones, and give them that sense of fun and excitement, and that this is a good time, right? Halloween is life, says Suzanne, right? Suzanne says, I'm going as B-Girl Ray Gun. I don't know who that is. Should I know who that is? I don't know who that is. Let's see. Amanda says they mostly put them together, so it's looking for supplies for certain colors of things. That's good that they make their own costumes, right? I think so. Susan says kids here don't trick or treat anymore. I think they have school parties. Also, the weekend before Halloween is a big trunk and treat at our community center. Yeah, I think a lot of places don't trick or treat anymore, and I know why. It's the safety of kids and all that. But it's kind of a shame. Like, even though I didn't do it as a kid, I see how fun it is when we hand out candy each year, and how much the kids enjoy it and love it. So I think it's a shame. That's one of those things that I'm kind of nostalgic for, even though I never went through it. Um, but false nostalgia, maybe. But we got to keep our kids safe too. So this is, I think we will pass out candy with one of our community groups, and I'll wear some big fancy Halloween earrings. That's the spirit, right? That's the spirit. Harry says, I can see 20 Santas on the shelves right here by me. Nice. Nice. I do love Christmas. I love the Christmas movies. I love the Christmas time. I always hope for a white Christmas. I'm the one asking for snow on Christmas. I love seeing the lights. I love smelling the chimneys, the fires in the chimneys. Even though we don't decorate our house, which I kind of wish I did, but I never grew up doing it, so I don't. It's one of those things, like, you have to kind of learn how to do it, how to hang the lights, where to put things. I don't know. So for me, we don't decorate our house. I kind of wish we did, but we'll see. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I'll get into the real spirit and really start decorating. But yeah. And hi, Amy, by the way. Amanda says, what is trunk or treat? Trunk or treat is when you do it out of the trunk or of your car or bed of the truck. So generally people get together in a parking lot of some sort, and it's kind of, I guess that it's people know who is there. You sign up or the register, and the kids all gather and the adults are all there, and everybody goes from car to car walking around and does trunk or treat. Um, so I guess it's a more controlled environment than letting the kids run around on the streets. Um, Even though the parents are usually with them, but as you get older and as teenagers go, they don't always go with the kids. The parents often stay home and hand out candy while the kids go, and it's an excuse for kids to go out with their friends at night and trick or treat. But as that's become more dangerous in cities around here and things, it doesn't quite. It's not quite the same as it used to be. So they do trunk or treat, which is a more controlled environment where the adults are all there with their kids. Susan said, we watch classic movies on Halloween, like classic British Hammer Studios films, Christopher Lee's Dracula, Quatermass in the Pit, plus H.P. Lovecraft films and others. That's nice. Like I said, we didn't do Halloween really in our house, so I never really got into the Halloween movies and all that. So I don't know. Need to have a movie night with some friends maybe during it all and do something like that. Dominion Movement says, tough. I lost my partner of 14 years and my father died around the same time last year. First holidays without them. It's a hard thing, right? It is a hard thing. For Andrew, his father passed away at the beginning of this year. So this year has been a number of firsts. Even though they weren't terribly close, it's different. It's different when the people that you just kind of assume are going to be there in the holidays aren't anymore. So sending good energy your way. Harry says, my daughter gave out 300 pieces of candy last year at her house in Boone, Iowa. It's like a street party. Yeah, that's how it is kind of here. That's a lot of candy too. We've definitely done nights like that here with between the street party in Ligonier. Kids walk up and down East and West Main Street when we had our store there. It was a busy night. And then all of those same kids, pretty much, come up into town and walk around the streets in town. And so we're one of the streets that we're not as much of a happening street. We're actually, our street is actually just about one block. Our street is a one block street for the most part. Now, of course, it connects to other streets, but if you don't come down that particular street, you don't see us. So sometimes it's a little less busy on the porch than it was in the store, but that's kind of good. So I might do the porch party this year if I can get myself together to do it. Diane says, I will donate some candy if I can help hand it out. I don't get trick-or-treaters because of where my house is. Yeah, Diane, come up to do the porch party with me. Andrew's the Halloween person, and he generally is busy doing other things during our porch party. So I end up handing out stuff. And Andrew, I think he was taking a meeting one year, and it was crazy. So, yeah, you want to do a porch party? I'll do a porch party this year. As long as I can. I don't know what's going on, but I think we can make that happen. Susan says, I find it's a good thing to make your own magic. That's for sure. Oh, the Australian break dancer. Now I know. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, that was interesting. Hi, Diane, by the way. Reagan the breakdance from the Olympics. She's famous now. Yes, she is. She made herself famous for sure. Amy says, since COVID, my street sets up at the end of their driveway. Some sit out there and give out adult beverages too. Nice. The adults need it too. That's what when adults would come to the store with their kids, I'm always like, the adults can have some candy too. You need the sugar to get through this night. They'd always be like surprised that they were allowed to take candy. But we'd always hand out candy to the adults too. Let's see here. Dominion has great memories of holidays in Ligonier. Sometimes it was super cold by the time Halloween arrived, but so fun. Yeah, sometimes it's very cold here for Halloween. It can be very cold. Susan says, I grump every time I put up our too big tree, which we wound up with because the cats killed the other one. But once it's up, the tree is so beautiful. Yeah, I love a good tree, a Christmas tree. Love it. So good. But we don't put it up because of the cats. And, as our cats get older, we keep thinking we might be able to do it, but then we keep getting younger cats. I don't think the girls will be ready for a tree yet this year. I don't think that would be a thing. Amanda says, snowsuits under the costumes. One year I had a very pudgy Tinkerbell. That's funny. Diane said, I did more Halloween stuff when I was younger. Now I do more Christmas stuff. Yeah, I've always been a Christmas fan. I love Christmas music. I'm not a particularly religious person at all, but I still love Christmas carols. And I don't mind the Christmas music, even in the religious-based Christmas music. It's just all flows together in one happy holiday for me. I've always loved it. Hello, Sandra. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see here. Oops. Last year, Amanda ran out of candy. Previous years, I had leftover. We very often have to stop at like the Dollar General and get more candy. Both usually, even though we buy a lot, I usually go to Walmart, which is terrible, but that's where I go and get it because it's usually the cheapest there. And I buy a lot of candy. But year to year, we spend probably $300 to $500 worth in candy a lot of years, which is crazy. But between the two locations, we hand out a lot of candy. It was always goodwill for the store. For the home, I don't know that we'll be buying that much candy this year for sure. Well, we won't. I know that. I lost my job last year. We're not buying that much candy this year. Susan says, I just enjoy decorating for different holidays. My mother died, but she didn't go crazy like I do. Or my mother did, but she didn't go crazy like I do. I think it's our Irish Celtic ancestry. My cousin Sandy runs a year Halloween Facebook page, and she also does a similar Christmas page. That's crazy. That's cool, though. I wish I could get into it, but we hardly ever decorated for any holiday growing up. I just was not born into that kind of family. Christmas, sometimes we did a tree at my house, and sometimes my dad would hang lights outside, like very basic lights outside the house. But all other holidays, pretty much nothing. The only other holiday that sometimes we did some really fun stuff was Easter. We do Easter egg hunts at my one grandmother's house. They'd hide Easter eggs all around, and we do Easter egg hunts. And I kind of miss that. This year I was walking through the Easter aisles in the stores, and it kind of really came flooding back. So I really kind of miss Easter. So maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really a religious person, never was. But these kind of holidays I really like. Easter Bunny and all the neon and pastel colors. I love it. Susie said, I would say she's more of an interpretive dancer. Yes, I would say that too. Diane says, I looked at my calendar and I don't know what day they are trick-or-treating, but it appears I'm free on Halloween. Let me know if you decide to do the porch party. Sounds good. Sounds good. Maybe we'll get together and just have some fun on the porch. That means I have to dress up as something, though, maybe. Usually I put like a little mask on or something, but maybe we'll do something else. Lorraine is here. Hello, Lorraine. Thanks for joining us. Suzanne says, do the kangaroo, right? Susan says, late one night I heard a loud crash and my husband maniacally laughing. The fur kids knocked the tree over, destroying it, sitting next to it with innocent faces. Oh boy. Diane says, when I was married to Tom, I drove him and the kids nuts because I would only listen to the Christmas music station from the day after Thanksgiving until Christmas. I do that a lot. I don't do it completely only to save Andrew some of that, because he's not as into all that stuff as I am for Christmas, but I do. If they start playing Christmas music before Thanksgiving, because some of the radio stations do now, I will start listening to it. Sorry, not sorry. And it's just holidays are difficult for me. I think they are for a lot of people. But I try still to make the best of them. But everyone has their reasons. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Right? Hello, Anna. Thank you for joining us today. Susan's our local classical station, plays Christmas music nonstop on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We have a few of those that do that around here too, especially on those 2 days. They play nonstop. And there's a lot of Christmas music, but they also play a lot of repeats. I've noticed that. I'm like, there's more. There are a lot more. You don't have to repeat. Meaning says it's all about who you're with, having people to share things with. Yes, right? Diane says, I like dyeing Easter eggs. I used to love dyeing Easter eggs when I was young. I don't know why that stopped. I don't know why I ever stopped that or why I got out of. I think just, there was a lot going on in our house and with things going on, and I've talked about that a little bit. It just the holidays kind of went by the wayside a little bit. So, and as I got older, I went through a lot of issues myself, and I changed and built walls around me. And so part of being happy and celebrating those stupid things, right? And when you become a teenager, especially when you're an angsty teenager and going through issues, it kind of all went away. And so now I'm letting it flood back in a little bit. Let's see here. Some of the online streaming services have year-round holiday channels. Yeah, they do, right? They do. Diane says maybe we can have an Easter egg dyeing porch party too. Maybe, right? We'll just have a porch party for every holiday that we don't we used to celebrate and don't get to nowadays. That sounds good to me. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera around. Let's get started. I said we're not gonna chat for too long today, and then we chatted for longer than we have been recently. That's okay. I like it. I like getting to chat with you all. Let me flip this around. I've got 25, 26, 27 some people watching today. That's a great number for us. Thank you so much for tuning in if you're out there. And hopefully you like this show. But first, so Andrew has a number of portrait brooches. And if you've not seen these before, I'm going to show you some of his previous ones. So these ones are metal and enamel. I don't remember all the names to all these. So I'm just going to show them to you as we get into his newest ones. So that's that one. Here is this one. All the lovely blues set. Now he hand sets all of these. This is a double pin back. So he does hand set all of these, bezel set them. Let me go here. Okay. I thought I almost lost my Instagram. I did not. Hey, Marianne. Good to see you here. Diane says, if you decorate just your porch, you don't have to worry about the cats. I know. I've thought about doing like a tree just outside the porch, on the porch. But then I don't get to really see it too much. I need to light it up enough that it shines through the living room. I'll open the living room curtains and get to look at my tree from outside. So that's a thing, right? And there's this one. Anna says, nostalgia is both wonderful and awful. You realize how much you miss some things. I've been missing my mom and my life. The illusion of perfect family, right? It is hard. It is hard. But you also do get to remember those beautiful times too, right? It's when you can look back and you realize that you missed something, at least you know you had something good to miss, right? And that's kind of the way I try to look at it. I know it's hard. I'm lucky to have both of my parents still, so I've not had to go through that. But I have lost my grandparents. I was super close to some of them, and it is. But at least like you've had the good times, right? Had the good times. And then these are his newest ones. This is called Pretty and Pink. So check all that out. These are done in a base of acrylic. And he has hand threaded in all of these beads. This is done on a glitter acrylic. And he used some of those glitter baubles from our friend Ava. And I think there's some rose quartz in here. And what else? So there's the acrylic, the polyester resin, the poly resin, the rose quartz. There's amethyst in there, moonstone, S-word crystal, vintage glass beads, and a steel pin back. So that's Pretty and Pink. And if you didn't read he said he did a reel on this. I don't know if he actually did a post or if it came through as a post, but the reel that he did talks about this and Pretty and Pink and a brooch that he tried to purchase when he was younger, and wasn't allowed to, because he was a boy. And so there's a lot of meaning behind this one. And then this one is Sweet and Juicy. And this has the acrylic, the polyester resin, vintage coral, carnelian vintage glass beads, and a steel pin back on that one. And this is the start of a series that he's working on. So these are his newest ones. Off to pick up the kids, says Amanda. Hopefully I can see you all later. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this long, for as long as you could. We appreciate that. I will say, everyone, I'm sorry that our lives on Facebook have been a little bit weird because they are not ending when we end our lives. So I don't know what's going on. If you're watching from the Facebook page, that's where it's happening. My personal page, when I stream there, it's ending fine. Star Cottage Studio is ending fine. But if you're watching on the Allegory Gallery page, it's not. And so it's not letting people do replays there because it thinks, like, it thought I was streaming for 20 hours by the time I finally got it to shut down. So I don't know what is happening or why it's doing that. So if you're having issues replaying on Facebook, it's a thing that's happening right now. So check it out on YouTube. We do stream on our YouTube channel. If you don't follow us there, please jump over to YouTube and follow us there. It's just youtube.com/allegorygallery and hit subscribe. And you can follow us there, and you can definitely watch the replays there because we're not having issues there right now. Or if you follow me personally on Facebook, I don't seem to be having issues on my personal page or, like I said, the Star Cottage Studio Facebook page. All right, let's get started with Harry. Let me put the banner up. This is the same. If you'd like to purchase anything today, take down the lot number. These are MHW for more Harry Wood. I use that from Andrew. And so more Harry Wood, number 1. So put MHW1 in the subject line of an email and send it to info@allegorygallery.com. We do not take requests over comments. Sorry about that. But we have found email is the best way to do it. It makes everything crystal clear. Sometimes people will comment about, I I want MHW1, but really they're just saying that they want it, but they don't really want it, you know? So this takes, if you go through the step of sending the email, we know you want it. It's first come, first serve. Everything is timestamped. It's the best way that we found to do it. All right. Susan says, Facebook has been strange lately, more so than usual. I would agree. Weird things are happening, especially if you have a business page. It's been strange. It has been strange. Please like, follow, subscribe, and share everywhere. We'd appreciate that. So this is the first one. This is $8. And let me get my calipers out here. So this one is about, whoops, this must be, oh, it's in inches. Let's flip it to millimeters. So this one is about 21.5 millimeters by 36.5 millimeters with the bail. This is a skull MHW1. First come, first serve. This is only $8. Flat back pendant. Super cool. Beautiful. We'll get all this stuff shipped out soon for you so that whether it gets tracking or not, I don't know what's going on, but we'll get it all shipped out soon for you for Halloween making. Because I know the time is coming up, right? Time is coming up. MHW2. Sarcophagus, right? $12. I don't know if y'all want these in millimeters. When they get this long, I usually try and do them in inches for y'all. This is about 2.5 inches, and at the widest part, about 3/4 of an inch. This is a really cool ceramic pendant. Again, these are all ceramic, handmade by Harry Wood, artisan-made items. MHW2, $12. And I don't know if my email is working. It's saying that it's downloading 330 new messages. So I don't know what is happening, but I did get the notice that we went live today. So hopefully it's all going to work out. I had some emails today. I didn't get back to everyone. I got back to some of y'all, but not to everyone today. So if you didn't get an email back from me today, I will be at the store tomorrow. So that's usually Fridays when I can do some catch up on some of my emails. Because the store is not usually crazy busy. I wish it was so busy I couldn't catch up on emails, but I usually do have the opportunity to catch up on some emails. So if I didn't get back to you and you're waiting for a reply, I will try to get back to you tomorrow. MHW2 has sold. Thank you so much. MHW3, $10. Is this larger skull? Look at the detail in this too. Whoa! I got the dropsies today. I've been dropping things all day. So this is about 1.5 inches by about 1 inch. 1.5 inches by about 1 inch pendant. Where's my penny? I think Andrew moved my penny. Here's one. Just so y'all can see. I know y'all like the penny too. Helps give you an idea. This is MHW3, only $10. And remember, these are special prices for you all. If these go into the online store or go into the physical shop, the prices may go up a little bit. We always give you all on this live, if you watch our lives, you always get the best deal on new items. So if these things last and they get into the online store, for example, and we have a sale on them, the sale price may, of course, be a little better. But on brand new releases and new things, you are always going to get the very best deal here. And then when we move them over to other locations, the physical store or the online store, the prices may increase on some things. So just know that these are the best prices we're going to have on new things. You're going to get that here. We often do that here and in Andrew Thornton Project D Stash group. that we have also gets the best prices. MHW4, $12. Dale says, my grandchildren love their pottery birds. Oh, good. I'm glad they made it to you okay. Shipping this stuff is, it puts my anxiety up a little bit, I have to admit, because I'm always worried every time I pack them up. Did I pack it up good enough? Did I wrap it up good enough? I know there are going to be breaks. We've had some breaks along the way. I'm glad the birds made it to you, though, Dale. Look at this cat in this raku. I love when Harry does this cat. I love this cat. MHW4, $12. In the raku. Whoops. Almost dropped that one, too. And this one is just about 2 inches by about 1 1/8 inches. Isn't that pretty, though? Look at the colors. That is a beautiful example of raku and that beautiful glaze, a bright, shiny finish. MHW4. A fire cat, says Marianne. Yeah, right? It's pretty cool. I think so. MHW5 is this beautiful moon. This is a pretty big piece. I still did it at $10 to give you a nice little discount on that. Normally this would be a $12 or $14 piece. It's pretty sizable. This is about 1 3/4 inches. Let me see. When I do this, though, I put this in inches. We don't all know what, yeah, see, about 1 3/4 inches. We don't all know what all the decimals and inches are, so it's a little bit hard. I used to be really fast at when I took, in high school, I used to take drafting classes, like engineering drafting. And I took those classes for 3 or 4 years, and I could convert a fraction to a decimal in like no time. I was super good. I knew what 1/8 was. I knew what 5/8 was. I knew what a 32nd or 5/32 was. I used to know all those decimals, and I no longer do. I no longer do. MHW5, Susan says that moon could be an ornament. It definitely could, and it'd be a very pretty one. Be a very, very pretty one. I love this moon. It's a pretty blue. It looks like it's got the craters in there. I love this so much, and I wanted it. I wanted it to find its home. That's why I priced it at $10 for y'all. It will not stay $10 moving into the store if it makes it there. Oh, this is another one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites. This is a house speed. Look in raku. Look at how beautifully this turned out. The hole goes top to bottom. I almost kept this one for myself, but you know me. I always try to make sure I give y'all a chance at it before I keep things, right? So this is a house bead in raku. It is approximately about 1 1/8 inches by just over 1/2 inch. Lorraine says, that's so cute. Dell says, gorgeous. I know, right? MHW6. So nice. Like I said, I have no problem if this one doesn't sell because I will keep it. For certain, that'll be mine if no one takes it. Dale says, I love all of his work. I know. Me too. We're so lucky. It says it has your name on it, keep it, please. I will if nobody takes it, but I'll be happy to part with it too. I can always ask Carrie for another one, right? I think I can do that. MHW7 is this floral skull pendant. It looks like on the back. I even love the back. It's got such pretty colors. But look at those flowers for eyes and the floral skull. So cool. MHW7, $12. And this is about 1 inch and 5/8. About 1 inch and 5/8 by 1 inch and 1/8. There it is next to the penny. I think this is a super cool one. This is a super cool one. Especially if you do like Day of the Dead or even for Halloween. Just really cool. MHW7. Ooh. MHW8. $14 the big skull, the big smiley skull. This one is about 2 1/4 inches by about 1 inch. 2 1/4 inches by about 1 inch. Big skull. Not that heavy though, which is really nice. These are pretty light for as large as they are. And just light in general, they're not heavy. MHW8. Got that big wide mouth grin on it. Big teeth grin. I think it's very charming actually. In this beautiful color, a glossy kind of blue-green. MHW8. Oh, it's so much quieter without that going. It's like a rest for my brain. MHW9, $10. There's this lovely pendant. I love these. It reminds me, it's like a paisley design. This is about 1 inch and 3/8. About 1 inch and 3/8 without the bail. MHW9. Okay, this is one I don't see hanging around very long. MHW10 is the pumpkin pendant. So cool. Only $12. MHW10 pumpkin pendant. This one is about 1 inch and 5/8. 1 inch and 5/8 by about 1 inch and 1/8. MHW10. Susan says, very cool pumpkin, right? It's great for fall. Anything for fall. Great for Halloween. Nice little pendant. MHW10. And whatever of these don't sell, I think I'll be making some necklaces for the shop. Some very simple things for people for Halloween. People are always looking for stuff for Halloween when they come in. And I think Harry stocked us up pretty well for some Halloween stuff. It's a beautiful little floral pendant. MHW11, $12. Flat backed. And this one is about 1 inch and 3/8 without the bail. MHW 11. Now we're also going to have some of Harry's bowls on the show tonight. Those will come at the end. I know a lot of you were all interested in his bowls, and we have some really spectacular ones tonight. So get ready for those too. MHW 12. Tombstone. Look how cool that is. MHW 12, what a great Halloween pendant. Skull and crossbones on a tombstone in Raku. Such a cool pendant. MHW 12, only $14. And this pendant is approximately 2 inches by, at the widest, about 1.125 inches. MHW 12. What do you think? I love that one. MHW 13. $12. This is not a bead. This is a standing house. Super cute. This is one of my top 3 favorites so far. The gravestone or headstone, that's a really cool one. MHW 13 is this little house. Like I said, it's a little decoration. Turn that into a little haunted house. Put some little skulls around it. Make a little scene for your decorating. MHW 13. MHW 14. It's a skeleton. The skeleton looks like it's trying to break dance. It's doing something. This looks like it looks like it's dancing to me, or it's like an archaeological dig. You pick, but I think it's doing a funky dance, and I love this one. And this one is approximately 2¼ inches by about 1¼ inch. Dale says, wow, looks like something from The Mummy, right? Yeah. Archaeology, says Marianne. MHW 14. MHW 15. Amy says, great detail in the skeleton. It is. It's really good. It's a really good image in that skeleton one. Lena says, love that tombstone and the dancing skeleton, right? I love these faces that Harry does. I love the specific glaze he got on this Raku piece. I don't know if you can tell. It's a really beautiful blue. It's like a crackle blue. And I love this. MHW 15, $10 only, super light. This is 2½ inches by about 7/8 of an inch at the widest, but super, super light. MHW 15. Susan says, wonderful work, Harry. Harry says, thank you, Susan. It is fun making them. Mary says, my favorites list is growing. That's a good thing, right? MHW 16 is another beautiful house pendant. Well, this one, I guess we haven't had a house pendant. We had a house bead, we had a house figurine, and now we have a house pendant. It's a house pendant. Here's the back side. It's kind of like a starry night on the back. I even love the back of it. And then you have the front, and this one is about 2 inches by about 1.25 inches. Again, very light. Very light. I don't know what clay, I forget, I think Harry told us what clay you use, but this is very light clay. MHW 16. Marianne says it would be better if I had money to buy. I get it. I get it, Marianne. Someday you will. Someday you will again. Right? MHW 17. This is a super pretty floral pendant. Beautiful kind of pinky purple color. Excuse me. Beautiful pinky purple color. And there's the back. Love that glaze on the back. And with the bell, it's about 1 3/8 inches. Without the bell, about 1 1/8 inches. MHW 17, $12. This could go anytime, any season, anytime. Goes with a lot of things. I know some of this stuff is focused on maybe more Halloween-ish time, but these could go, that one definitely could go anytime. Use it in the summer, use it in the spring, use it as a fall flower. It's got the good color for that. Winter, give you a burst of color. MHW 18 is another one of these large skulls. Large skulls. This one's in more of a matte finish than the other one. The other one was more of a glossy finish. This ended up more in a matte, which I think I prefer this one actually. Look at those eyes in there looking at you. Eye sockets. Eyes in the eye sockets. With that grin again. I think it's so cool. MHW 18, only $14. That's a great deal for a pendant. Handmade by Harry Wood. All the items tonight are handmade by Harry Wood. Artisan made items. Artisan made items. MHW 19. This is another beautiful floral pendant. This one I think would be great for the fall right now. MHW 19. And this one is about 1 3/8 inches. 1 3/8 inches with the bell. Nice little pendants. MHW 19. MHW20. I like this one a lot. This is that long face, but it's got hair this time. It's got hair. It's rocking a hairdo. MHW20, $14. How it changes that face to add hair. It's just so much fun. This is Andrew. That look like Andrew to you? Andrew with hair, with his blonde wig on. I think he's shown you all the blonde wig, at least at one point. There's Andrew with his blonde wig on. Dale says, these are fabulous. Harry must be an archaeological fan. I think he is. Harry is into a lot of stuff. Harry is into a lot of stuff. It's kind of amazing when you get to know him and more about his life. And feel free, Harry, if you're still out there, to chime in and let us know anything extra about these pieces. I don't know if you're still watching or not. If he had hair, he would love that color, Golden Daddy, right? I know, that golden hair, golden locks. This is the MHW21, $12 for this pendant. $12. And this is 1 inch and 5/8. 1 inch and 5/8. Sunflower, right? Is it sunflower? Or is it echinacea? I think it's a sunflower. Looks more like a sunflower to me. Echinacea doesn't have as many of those little petals. It's a beautiful sunflower. MHW21. MHW22 is this owl. Can you see it? I know the lights are shining on this. This is a beautiful raku piece. The holes at the top. And this is an owl. So many vibrant colors in that. You got some reds and blues and yellows and greens. It's just so pretty. It's getting washed out a little bit by the light, I will say that. It's very colorful in person and not under such dramatic lighting. Normal lighting, let me see if I can turn this off. Yeah, see, that's more, it's got that, look at those rich colors. It's got more shine. The lighting is a little bit strong on it this way. MHW22. Okay. MHW23, for those of you who like the figurines from Harry, we've got a bunny in this kind of blue, this white with blue speckle. Got a little bunny rabbit figurine, $16 only. It's like that. MHW23, only $16. That would be a great bunny for Easter if you do Easter, right? Get ready, get it in advance. I love the blue speckle on this. Dominion Moon asked what it's made of. These are all ceramic. They are ceramic pieces, every one of them. MHW23. Harry works in ceramics. MHW23. Susan says, sweet bunny, right? Yes, it is. And if you like that one, get a load of this one. I know we got cat people in the crowd out there. MHW24. Check out this cat. It's got the big tail. It's got its little paw up to say hello. It's in this beautiful raccoon finish. This cat, it is, well, let's see. Total length is about 3¼ inches by about 2¾ inches. And width-wise, it's about 1¾ inches. So sweet. And it's this coppery, beautiful coppery raccoon finish. Just glowing at you. This is a good luck money cat, right? It's going to glow at you. It's going to bring you good luck with his little hand up, little handy up. Beautiful. MHW24. Only $20. Super sweet. MHW25 is this skeleton figurine. He's in his suit and tie. That's the little figurine that stands. Great for Day of the Dead or Halloween or any time of the year. Dale's in love. MHW25. This is a very dapper skeleton. Only $18. MHW25. Oh, I didn't give you the size on that. Let me measure that one for y'all. This one is about 3 inches by about 1¼ inch. Could be the Ghost of Christmas Past, right? He's got the Christmas colors on, kind of, right? Red and green in his suit. I think he's very charming. MHW25. Multi-holiday figure right there. Harry says he is Moon Mullins from a comic in the early 1900s. So there you go. See, it's good when Harry can chime in, because I don't know that stuff. And it's always good to know. Now I got to look that up. All right. We're starting into the bowls. The last 5 or 6 items here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, last 5 items are going to be bowls. Handmade bowls by Harry. This is beautiful. Slab made. Bowls. MHW26. $14 for that one. I love the glazed work on this. I love these lines. And the inside is this nice light color. If you're putting anything in, you want it to be a light color background. MHW26. And this bowl is about 4¼ inches or so. Depth wise, it's about 1 1/8 inches. MHW 27, $18, is this beautiful bowl. That's a fall bowl if I've ever seen one. Look at all those beautiful fall colors. This almost looks kind of like a leaf in the inside too. It's got these craters on the outside. Love, love, love. MHW 27, $18. Trying to do these very reasonable for y'all. And this one is approximately 4 inches with a depth or a total height of about 1.5 inches. Dominion Moon likes the variety of things today. We've got a great variety, but all from the same maker, all by Harry Wood. Harry is very multi-talented. Love to see his work. Love to collect his work. Ooh, this one. Look at this shimmer glaze in here. The effect is not happening in the camera like it does in person. This is a very beautiful coppery shimmer-like glaze. Here's the outside. That beautiful texture. MHW 28. Harry says the bowls are all handmade by pouring clay over a plaster form. Nice. So they're not a slab made. I thought they were slab built. Pouring clay over a plaster form. So this one at the widest is about 4½ inches with a total height of about 1¾ inches. MHW 28, $18. MHW 29 is this beautiful blue. Look at that glaze work. How stunning is that? And then you've got this beautiful outside in this green and brown or ochre color. And this one's about 4¾ inches with a height of about 2½. This is a much deeper one than the others have been. Here he says, yes, I try for an organic vibe. These are very organic. I love them. This is MHW 29. Dominion Movement says it's glowing, right? It's got the glow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that one is too big to fit in my bag, so that just goes sitting over here. And the last one tonight, MHW 30, is this star bowl. I'm going to call it a star bowl. It looks like a star bowl. But look at this. The moons and stars in this beautiful raku finish on the outside in this matte glaze with all those beautiful colors. It looks like a galaxy on there. And inside you have this beautiful bright kind of I'm going to say orange. It's kind of like a clay, a beautiful clay color, which I love. And this is $28, MHW 30. Remember, there's only one piece of each. These are all artisan made by hand by Harry. Lena says, that is awesome. I know, right? I know. I saved it for last because I thought this was a definite showstopper. Beautiful. MHW 30. All right, y'all. That's the show for today. Let me flip this camera around real quick. Turn off this bright light that I'm staring at. Whew. All right. So, thank you all for joining me today. Susan's asking, Harry, can these bowls be used for food? Are they food safe, Harry? I don't know the answer to that. I'm assuming yes, but I want to let's make sure what Harry says. I don't know what you'd use in them, but like I think this could be a nice little ice cream bowl, right? Harry says all but the raku are food safe. So the raku is the last one, right? This one. Not food safe. I don't know what you'd put in there anyway. It's going to come out, right? Out the edges. But all the others, he says, are food safe. Lorraine says, thanks, William. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember, if you'd like to claim anything, please send us an email to info@allegorygallery.com with the lot number that you would like. We will have these items available for about a week or so, and then I'll actually be taking them probably tomorrow up to the physical store, the ones that have not sold, and starting to take pictures and place some of them in the physical store, especially some of these bowls that they don't sell. Get them up there and on display on the shelves up there for people walking in. So yeah, just send us an email. If you have any questions, send us an email. We can get in touch with Harry to try and answer those questions for you. That's it. I'm going to go make something to eat because I'm getting hungry. So thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry I didn't do a tutorial. Andrew's been trying to do a tutorial in amongst the selling shows lately, and I think that's a great idea. We want to do more of that. I just didn't get anything set up with Andrew leaving today, so we'll see what we do tomorrow. We might do more of Harry's stuff tomorrow. I have more. Or something else. I don't know. We'll find out. Don't forget, tonight is the last night. If you would like to order any of the Beads of Courage kits or luxury bead blends, they are going off of the online store tomorrow morning, so we can get that monies together to send for their fundraiser. So if you'd like to purchase one of those to help with the fundraiser, please do so before tomorrow morning. All right, that's on our website at allegorygallery.com. Just type in Beads of Courage, and those two items should pop right up for you. All right, thank you again, everyone. Have an amazing night, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Maybe earlier in the day, we'll see. I might do it right before I leave the store again, so maybe around 6 or 6:30 tomorrow, maybe. If not, I'll wait till I get home. We'll see. Stay tuned. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being our friends, and thank you for all of your support. Bye now.